Hey everybody, Alex here with Momentum Charting. As promised, we are back today with another edition which we are going to be discussing Moderna, MRNA. If you have not yet done so, jump down below, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Doing both of those things will ensure you do not miss a single update over the coming days and weeks on Moderna. So guys, what happened today in Moderna? It's pretty clear to me that what happened today is, we down 15.6%, okay, but this is basically the same thing that you can see happening in cycles on high flyer stocks time and time again throughout the last 100 years of history. What happens is you get these big banks, these big hedge funds, investment banks have one of their hired goons, the analysts, right, come out with one of these ultra bearish reports. Oh, the stock A, stock B, stock C is not worth that much. It can't be. And then the stock tanks. They accumulate shares at a much lower price, and the stock continues to move up from those levels for months and years ahead. And I believe that's basically exactly what we saw today in Moderna. B of A analysts came out and saying prices were overextended. You have to have all the perfect scenarios to validate prices where they're at today. So everybody gets together, tanks the stock. So basically, where are we sitting at right now? If you remember me from yesterday's update, I pretty clearly had a few places in mind that I did not want to enter long positions again until we fulfilled the specific criteria I was looking for. And we're going to look at those just very, very quickly here on the dynamic RSI chart on the hourly. This was one of the points I was pinpointing here on the 1 hour. I said that I wanted to see this RSI turn up from these levels right here. It's very similar to what we had happen on August 6th. That never happened. Instead, first thing in the morning, we dumped below that and just plunged throughout the day. So, scenario 1 didn't happen. Secondarily, let's go to the 20-minute chart. I very clearly pointed out this 20-minute trend line, and I said that I would not be interested in entering Moderna again on a long position until we had broken above this very important trend line, which is exactly what happened here between August 4th and August 6th. You can see here on the 6th we broke above that short-term trend line here, got a confirmation with the RSI and continued higher after that. Today, very different. First thing in the morning, we just started plunging down and never even got close to breaching this trend line. Thus, no additional long positions in Moderna. And lastly, you guys will probably remember the momentum chart from yesterday. I drew this overhead line of resistance and said that we needed to breach outside of this line of overhead resistance in order to potentially enter another long position in Moderna. Very similar again to what happened here on August 6th. But we just opened up on the first 15-minute data point right here, 6:30 in the morning, and just continued waterfalling down throughout the day. So, and that was kind of how I think I closed off yesterday's video, was pointing out that the momentum on the 15-minute was still well below the downward overhead resistance, so there was likely to be some more bearish pressure underway today. Now, did I know that it was going to be 15%? No, I didn't. It's impossible to tell those kinds of things in advance, but what you can be sure about is that a majority of the time, stocks, especially when they are extended to the upside or the downside, they often go further than you think is possible in either direction. And today they really wanted to hammer this thing down off that analyst report, so that's what they did. Brought prices down 15%. So where are we at now? guys, to me here, everything is still looking just fine. I'm here. Let's go to the 1 hour dynamic trend line. You can see here prices came down today and just kind of look to me like they're just slowly kind of working off this 125 EMA. No real change in alignment of our 1 hour. You can see the 250 EMA, the 125 EMA, everything in alignment here, still pointing towards the upside. Now, I would really like for this line to hold here at around $356. To me, that would give me definitely more encouragement for a bullish reversal in the near term. What I would like to see is for prices to just sort of consolidate in these areas over the next 6, maybe 7 trading days, and then for us to break out above this important line of overhead resistance that I notated yesterday, and for us to start our next bullish run to the upside after we get above this overhead line of resistance. Now, guys, just, you know, if you were already in Moderna and it retraced today, just know that this is a typical part of the Wall Street game. This stuff has been going on for decades and decades and decades. This is the job of these analysts. Really, I don't know any other better way to say it than they are so often wrong. And from what I've seen, you know, I don't want to name any specific banks that get together and do this kind of stuff, but they use these analyst reports to really get together and force the prices down big time. I mean, you're 15% down to me is such a you know, it's such an overdone push to the downside, considering how bullish the stock has been. But does that mean it can't go down further from here? No, of course not. We need to look at our technicals and see what exactly is going to happen over the next couple of days. Definitely, technically, we do have some work here to do on the 15-minute momentum, 5-minute momentum, everything like that. Yeah, there's been a little bit of technical damage done here, but that's not to say that this can't come up here over the next couple of days, reset, and we start our next leg to the upside. I believe that's what's going to happen. And am I 100% sure? No, of course not. Again, I would definitely like to see these levels here, which represents our last critical breakout zone to the upside that happened here on August 3rd. I would like these levels to hold here around 358, consolidate in these zones, and start moving forward from there. Am I 100% sure that's going to happen? No. Would I like that to happen? Yeah, I would be a lot more confident in the short-term bullish case of Moderna if that exact scenario were to happen, just like I laid out, consolidate in these zones for 6-7 days of trading, break out to the upside, and then we're basically off to the races again. So yeah, just don't let days like this get you disheartened if you're in Moderna, if you've been in Moderna. This kind of stuff happens all the time, and you know, if you're going to let down days 10, 15, 20% affect you mentally, to me, it's just a better idea not to be in these types of stocks. Maybe think about broad indices, maybe Qs, SPYs, something like that, where you're not going to have these big swings and big sort of heartbreaking days where, you know, you really get the wind kicked out of you with these analyst reports, because this stuff happens all the time, especially in really news-driven stocks like biotechs. Yeah, definitely a history of news-driven catalysts that can tank stocks on any given day. You just have to be prepared in advance to roll with the punches and just hope to pick up the pieces over the coming weeks and hopefully be back to all-time highs within not too long. Let's see how this goes on the Moderna. Going to be watching closely. Going to be watching for a on the 1 hour RSI. Looks like we are at a very close to a bottoming type area here. Going to be looking for this to start working up again over the next 6, 7 trading days, start breaking back above these levels again, and then get ready for our next march to the upside in Moderna in the next couple of weeks. So guys, that's basically the long and short of my update today. If you've been in Moderna and you're really sad about what happened today, just know that this kind of stuff goes on all the time. It's par for the course. This is the way Wall Street operates. They love to get in at low prices once they've tanked stocks and just accumulate for the long haul and get in at much better prices once the public panics, blood in the streets, all that sort of stuff. Pick up shares cheap and then ride them for the next waves to the upside moving forward over the next months and years. So guys, anyways, that's the totality of my update for today. I'm going to continue to watch this closely, watch for a recovery on the momentum, watch for a recovery on the RSI front, watch for a hold of these levels here at around 358, and watch for a break back above this overhead resistance line, which is going to give me confidence that bulls have regained the game in Moderna. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope to see you again in the next one. Make sure you go down below, subscribe to the channel. It's going to be the only way you do not miss the next important update on Moderna. Thanks again for watching. See you all again very soon. Bye for now.